What's good, D&J fam? It's your boy Damien.
And your girl Nicole.
Today we're doing the mukbang Q&A. So you guys, we got some crab over here, we got some lobster, and we got some shrimp, and some potatoes, and a little bit of corn here.
Yes, and I have snow crab. I got a couple clusters of snow crab, a bunch of corn, a couple potatoes, and my shrimp, you guys. Oh, that looks so good. I put out on my Instagram that we're gonna be doing a couples Q&A, and people have been sending me some really interesting questions. We have to answer all of these questions no matter how uncomfortable they are. So it may get a little spicy, it may not, but let's get into the video. First question, do we argue?
Yes, we do. How often? It all depends on how or when I make Nicole mad. That's the only thing.
That's
but
funny.
We do argue. We're not one of them fake married couples who try to pretend everything good. And I just believe that, I think every relationship argue or have some type of argument sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be perfect every day, all day.
Yeah, we argue. He gets on my nerves. Do I get on your nerves?
Not really. Only time you get on my nerves when I get on your nerves. Cause you get on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going really good. Oh my goodness.
Who is more annoying?
You wanna go first?
I don't know.
Right.
I think he's more annoying. For sure. He is really annoying. He annoys me daily. He does this thing where he likes to be really, really close to my face when I'm talking. Like this. I'm gonna not like bite him.
I agree. Sometimes I can act childish because I just be in a playful mood.
All the time.
And I don't think nothing wrong with that. I just want to play with my wife. That's all.
I think something's wrong with that.
That's my best friend. So.
Oh, baby, that's so sweet. Oh, your best friend? Oh, well, now I need to be nicer. I'm serious.
Well, I'm eating the root of this corn. I just...
What? I'm done.
Wow, this is really spicy.
Okay, the next question. Anybody in your families and each other's families that you don't like? Don't say names.
Let me see.
There's nobody in his family that I don't like. Then again, I've only met 5 people.
I enjoy her family. Her family is really a joy to be around.
You think so? You're sweet.
You found really, really cool.
You're really nice, baby. Really. I asked, how do you know when you're ready to be married? You want to go first or me?
You can go first.
I don't know. Because I was not ready. You're never really ready.
You wasn't ready?
Crap, no.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You're never really ready. You don't know what to expect if you've never. It's hard to explain. Like, I feel like, let me change that up. I feel like 2 whole people can be married. When you know yourself, you can go into a marriage.
I agree.
When you know your current self, because you're always changing, you can go into a marriage. But if you're a type of person that you or your spouse have anger issues that you haven't addressed or things like that, then you're not ready to be married. If you're a that's just how I am type of person, then you're not ready to be married. If your spouse, if your boyfriend or girlfriend's like that, they're not ready to be married. Because to be married is to compromise.
I got a perfect answer to that. So, if you are willing to sacrifice, like, are you a selfish person? Like,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a selfish person, you are not ready to get married. Because marriage is all about being selfless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
now, let's be real with it though. Don't be so selfless to the point where your spouse is taking advantage of you. Don't do that.
no,
If it's a one-sided, don't do that.
No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about for the people who want to know when is a good time to get married, or when you know you're ready to get married. You know when you're ready to get married when you are a type of person, you know what I'm saying, that are selfless.
Yes, I agree. Marriage is hard, y'all. Let me just say, it's fun, but it's hard.
It is.
Okay. Oh, this is a good question. To piggyback off of that. How do you know when a person is worth fighting for?
That's a good question.
I got a controversial response to that. Let me hear what you got.
I mean, if you truly love that person and that person has been doing well for a long time, and like when I say doing well, I'm talking about very consistent, and that person just like fell off for like a short moment, I think that's the type of person that would be worth fighting for. I feel like if that person hasn't been consistent enough, and from the start he really or she really ain't been showing you like nothing that you can hold on to, then I think that's a good time to let it go.
Good answer. Very good answer. I have a different opinion. I feel like since being married, of course I felt that way when I wasn't married, but since being married, and I know how hard marriage is, I say, what's the fight? And how hard is the fight? Because when you say what makes a person worth fighting for, it kind of indicates that something is going haywire. Wipe your beard, baby. And if something is going haywire to the point where you have to fight for them, maybe you shouldn't be with them. You know? Relationships are hard, but people fight for their marriage after infidelity happens. People fight for their marriage after like maybe a physical altercation of some sort. And I don't feel like people have to actually deal with stuff like that. So I feel like people are worth fighting for if they don't give you a reason to fight for them. If that makes sense. Like if that person just cheating you, like, mama, just stay and fight for no. No. Why are you fighting for that? Let it go.
And also
let it go.
It also depends on how long y'all been talking, like.
It doesn't depend on that.
And how bad. It really depends on the situation and how bad, you know what I'm saying, y'all going through it. Now, it's levels to it. Now,
I feel like some things are work throughable. Other things, yeah. Really, you ain't got to work through nothing.
Now, if that person just been cheating on you for like.
Even once, ladies.
Once a year or something like that, then. Yeah, just let it go.
See, this is where we differ in opinion because I feel like even once is too much.
No, I agree too. I'm just saying, like.
You don't have to fight for that.
For people who want to go through that,
Yeah, if you want some, now I ain't knocking.
It couldn't be me.
What?
I said it couldn't be me.
Oh.
One
Well, I
time
thought
you
you
done
said
with
it
me.
was you.
I wish you would cheat. I'm out of here.
You lying. No, you not.
I'm out.
You out? You lying.
Oh yeah. I'm out of there.
You not.
Who? Are you gonna be by yourself?
You ain't going nowhere. I would
Try
cheat.
I wouldn't cheat either.
I don't know.
I would not cheat.
I cheat.
She's not playing.
I'm not playing. Who has the worst temper? That's a good question. Who got the worst temper, baby? You want this? This claw got the most meat, but I don't like it. Who got the worst temper, baby?
I got the worst temper.
He has the worst temper. We both have tempers, but his is the worst. Ooh, his is bad.
And I hate that about myself.
Me too.
And like I'm still trying to learn how to deal with that, but I hate that I got the worst temper because like whenever she get mad at me, I get mad at her.
Yes.
And I don't think that's like very productive.
It's not.
Especially when you're trying to solve an issue, like, or solve an argument, and like, it'd be counterproductive to, you know what I'm saying, find a solution when you get mad at the other person. Like,
Yes, he has that bad.
how does that make sense? What a crap in my butt.
He does have the worst temper. He, like he said, he gets mad when I'm mad. Even though I'm mad at valid stuff.
Right.
He will be like livid to the point where I can't continue the conversation. And I kind of almost had to like, well, he's getting a little bit better, but sometimes I would have to just drop it and deal with it internally because I would get so mad, my mind starts going to dangerous places.
Right.
So we both have tempers, but my temper takes place when he shuts me down out of his anger. Then I'm like, okay, now it's time to get violent.
Right.
So,
and most times, like, we would have to come back to that conversation when I come down.
when he calms down. But then at that point, I've been mad for 2 hours, and now when we talk, I'm about to start screaming.
Right.
When we could have just had a conversation.
And once again, that's not productive.
And then we start arguing all over again. What are some exciting things to be done in the bedroom to keep sex life interesting? Interesting question. I feel like I don't know how to answer that.
Can I have one of your cones?
Oh,
Ooh.
of course. That's why I got extra, baby.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fun. I feel like, well, what can you do? I don't know. Heck. What was I gonna say? I had an answer for this. I think you should just try new stuff, you know? Within your limits. Have more red lights. I mean, have less red lights, less yellow lights, and more green lights.
Simon says.
If that makes sense.
All right.
There are some things a person not gonna like, and that's a total stop, red light. Some things they may want to try, that's a yellow light. If they don't like it, they will go back to red. Have more green lights. Say yes to more stuff.
Right.
There are some things I want to try with my husband that he don't want to try. I'm
So
trying
what
to
you
get those
saying-
reds to turn green.
Your sex life should be like a traffic light.
Yeah, try more. I mean, that ain't an answer, baby. Come on. You answer that. I ain't no man.
I was just joking. But
But that is a good analogy. Have more green lights. Have more green
that
lights.
is. That's very good.
Because some people be like hard stop on everything.
I feel like you should always try new things, you guys. Never get too boring. It's just like, you know, just like, even speaking like outside of sex, like even like every day, you know what I'm saying, being with your spouse, you should always spice stuff up.
Don't let it be a routine.
Right.
I'm joking. Like there's apps that help you increase intimacy, not just sex, but just any type of intimacy. Like they have apps to make you feel more comfortable with your spouse, questions that you can ask, new positions that you can try. Toys, whips, chain. I'm just joking.
Handcuffs.
We ain't got no handcuffs.
I'm just saying. We don't show me no whip. You whoop me.
I will whoop you.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, it's how you spice it up. I can't whoop you.
That ain't spicy, that's pain.
Can I use handcuffs to the bed? Is divorce an option, or do you live by like, for better or for worse, like till death do us part? What do you think?
Divorce is not an option. I don't believe in divorce. Only way divorce is the option is when or if Nicole cheats. Like I said,
What about if you cheat?
one time, I'm out of here.
Okay, so I feel a different way. I always, you know what I noticed? I always have like controversial thoughts or opinions and stuff, because even though like we consider ourselves like Christians, I agree with a lot, but I feel like certain circumstances I disagree with it. I feel like, do I want to divorce my husband? No. Is divorce an option? Yes. If he's beating me, what do you want me to do? Kill him? No, because that's an option. If I don't divorce him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for like, oh, you have to stay with the person just because you married them, because you change over the years. You really do. And who you said yes to may not be the person that you are gonna be in the marriage with. He is not who he was when we got married. So had he worsened, we wouldn't be together. But he's getting better, so you know, whatever. What's the biggest pet peeve about each other?
My biggest pet peeve with Nicole
Let me hear this.
is she's loud, boy. I'm talking about Nicole is freaking loud. She's loud. Like, we could be like right here and she will scream your ear off. Like, you'll be missing a whole eardrum fooling around with Nicole. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Really?
I hate when you yell. Aggravating.
Don't make me. How about it?
Nah.
Are you talking about like when I'm mad and yelling?
Nah, in general, like, generally you are just a loud person.
My biggest pet peeve of him. Take a guess.
When I don't listen.
I got so many.
She might do.
My biggest pet peeve with him is he don't take nothing serious. It takes my husband a nanosecond to make a large decision. You know, it's like
That's not true.
his decision making is split. And then later, when the decision has already impacted us, he's like, I changed my mind. Like, are you serious? You don't take nothing serious. That's my biggest pet peeve of him, for real. Next question. How do we deal with being jealous?
Alright, so I wouldn't say like, I'm a jealous person. Like,
I would.
I don't really get jealous easily.
Yes, he does.
It's hard to make me jealous.
That's a lie.
So how I deal with it? I don't deal with it because I don't have jealous tendencies.
You're lying. He is a jealous person. He does get jealous. And he handles it horribly. I'm gonna just be honest with you. He
Like
handles
what?
it horribly. Baby, you handle jealousy terribly.
Give me an example.
When I was playing with you about being on the phone with a friend.
Okay, I was playing with you back.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I
He
was.
was in there trying to listen. When I be on the phone with my male friends, because I have male friends. That's a good person.
Now, jealousy come in many ways, but
It's
like,
good.
if you gonna call like cheating jealousy, like You ain't finna play me, bro.
I don't cheat.
You ain't finna
I just
play.
have male friends.
I'm just saying, like,
Well, first, do
if
you
you
believe,
seem like,
do you believe men and women can be friends?
yeah,
You believe that?
yeah.
Why you don't have female friends?
You don't allow me to. You don't allow me.
Right, no, you're not wrong.
She don't allow me with few female friends.
That's not true.
That is true.
It's not true. And let me tell you why. And I'm not out with him. I am going to out with him. Female friends? What is that?
Female
Is he a
friends?
female? Back then. You see a female? I'm gonna try to sleep with her. That's how he was.
Nah,
So he didn't
no.
have the opportunity to make female friends.
That's not true.
He had one female friend, but she liked him. And she was like calling me out of my name, like I was doing something wrong. Like, I ain't know this young man.
Yeah, but I never crossed that line with her.
Okay, but that's not a friend.
I just view her as a friend.
That's not
But
not
she was a
true.
friend to me.
That's not a friend. If you're trying to sleep with her and she's trying to sleep
So-
with you, that's not a friend.
so a friend-
I'm talking about a genuine friend.
So a friend. So you gotta view your friend as both ways. That person got view you as a friend.
Yes, she can't
got
want
you.
you and you want her.
Mm-mm.
And she mad because you with other people. That's why it's not that he's not allowed to have female friends. He just never had the opportunity to make female friends because he did. I grew up with guys. I've had guy friends all my life. One of my very first friends was a guy. So I know boundaries when it comes to men. I can have male friends. Men, you probably can't have a female friend without trying to cross a boundary because you ain't never had a female friend.
No, not right now. Not in the mindset I have now. Like probably back then when I was younger.
Yesterday?
Yesterday. No, not yesterday. Like back in college. But I mean, I wouldn't do no craziness like that. I wouldn't try to go further with my female friend if I had one.
I don't believe that. And therefore he just don't have female friends because he hasn't proven to me that not saying he can't, but he hasn't proven to me that he can be friends with a girl.
Well,
I've proven that I can be friends with a guy.
Well, I haven't proved it to her because I ain't had the opportunity to make female friends yet. So, not a bad guy.
No, he's not a bad guy. He's just a bad guy. And that's why he gets jealous because he was that type of guy. So he thinks that all guys is that type of guy.
Alright, you guys, so we did this freaking mukbang. We had some delicious crab, some shrimp, some potatoes, some corn, some sausage, you guys, and we had a nice little conversation. Thank you guys for sending your questions, and we enjoyed answering them for you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.